Sorry we're late. After 3 test runs, still had technical issues. We got it. Hope my noisy computer isn't too bothersome. Just waiting for folks to arrive. Good day, good day. Just waiting for folks to come in. Good day, good day. We're just waiting for others to join us. Good day. We're just waiting for some folks to join us. Happy Sunday, everybody. Well, we got a couple people. Have we all done? It's a couple hours to make this old computer work today. We had the new camera and such on it. Is the audio okay? Well, we're just going to fire away then. Everybody's going to come and go, but here's what's kind of new. Yesterday, I picked up a Dixon zero turn mower. I've always wanted to play with one. I know this is a mechanical version, and I always enjoyed things that are mechanical and something I've never had before. So this was interesting to me. The guy had it advertised at like $350, and then he had cut the price in half. He was at $175. I offered him $100. We settled on $150, and I went and got it. Has a Kawasaki. It's a 12.5 horse Kawasaki, and we got it running. Didn't take much at all to get it running. That video will come out. Probably I'll put it out tomorrow. And then we're digging into the drive mechanism. It sort of went forward. It sort of turned not too good, and I need to learn a lot more. I've been just watching YouTube videos. About the only information on how to adjust the mechanical drive mechanism. It's very, very different than anything I've ever seen. A kind of a all metal friction drive. I think I learned a little more. I got the body back off of it. We're going to try and make some more adjustments. tomorrow, the day after, something like that, and see if we can get it to drive a little better. I got it to drive pretty good. It's really noisy, and we'll go from there. So that's the Dixon zero turn mower. I thought about keeping it, but I'm not really sure if it really fits what I want to do. I love to mow. I go mow people's lawn. I do it for free. And this would be a fun machine to do. It actually came with a blower and bagger attachment. So the belt drive off the mower deck fully, and a blower that hooks right onto the outlet of the deck, and then would blow the grass into a catcher. That all needs a little attention too, but anyway. So Dixon zero turn. I don't know what year it is. I'm guessing it's like a late 80s or something. So that'd be cool. I got to finish up my brother-in-law's mower that he picked out. I'm hoping the ignition switch for that shows up tomorrow. It's supposed to, and I'll deliver that to him. He'll be happy. He can finish it up. Go from there. Hey, Zeke. Remember the first 5 people that send me their email address, or email address, send me their address in my email that I posted. I'll send you a couple stickers. These stickers. So first 5. What else is coming up? So my dad and I and my nephew are going to chase a dirt track race in June. We're going to camp at 7 racetracks for 8 events. It's an IMSA dirt track race in many racetracks in Oregon and 2 in Washington. So it's kind of a camping weekend. So that's fun for us coming up. We'll probably just do like one video, kind of show you, give you a little taste of what that's all about. So that'd be fun. Other things, projects that I maybe haven't mentioned, I'm going to do a LED light upgrade on my truck camper, just replacing all the clearance lights and stuff with LEDs. I bought them. I think I've had the lights 2 years and haven't put them on yet. I love my truck camper, the freedom that it gives me to go places and such. We got to get back on the bus. We've had a bus conversion for 2 years, and we never have taken it anywhere. I've got the control panel apart at the moment, has the starter switch and headlights and things like that. I got most of the wiring kind of sorted out. The issue is it's a 1963 bus, was a passenger bus, and a lot of the switches and stuff had to do with HVAC systems and light systems that the bus no longer has. So my goal is to clean all that up, get rid of it, at least so I don't have to look at it, and build a new control panel out of a piece of stainless steel, get everything punched, put everything back in, and maybe add a USB charge port or something to it. So that's coming up. We also have the whole remodel of the bus still has to happen. We got to figure out what we want to do for flooring and get the carpet out. It's, the whole bus again converted in, I think, 1982, and it's never been updated. So that's our task, is to update. It's all done in oak, which is my preference. I love oak, but that also dates it. But man, you couldn't do a remodel in oak today affordably anyway. So the whole remodel of the bus got to come at some point. Other projects, I've never shown it or even mentioned it on the channel yet, but we have a 1964.5 Mustang coupe that we've had for a long, long time. We've done all the work to it prior to having the channel. Quite honestly, it's occupying our garage at our house, and it hasn't been started in a long time. So coming up very soon. We got to do it. Will it run? And gosh, I hope it'll run on our 64.5 Mustang. And just a couple things to finish up, and then it just needs body work and painted. And we're going to do a Indy Pace car tribute car, 1964 Indy 500, the Mustang Pace, the Indy 500, if you recall. and we're going to do a pace car tribute car. So out of that machine. So I don't know if I'm going to hire the bodywork and paint done or if I'm going to do it. But that's another project that's out there. And the big project, the elephant in the shop, if you will, is my 36 Ford 10.5 truck. I've swapped a 8BA flathead into it. Everything else is completely original. I was able to mate up the original 4-speed transmission to the 8BA. That was difficult, but with help from folks, the bell housing and such on the internet, was able to put it in. It hasn't run since I did a video on it 5-6 years ago. It's just been sitting. I need to flush the fuel out and get the 36 running. And we have a very aggressive plan to build a house truck on that truck. So way before I had the channel, I've lengthened the frame about 4 feet on the truck, and we've built the floor, steel structure with wood on both sides, and it's insulated. So the floor is done, the frame's extended, even the bumper's welded on the rear, put it like a 40-gallon fuel tank under it, and I have all of the trusses cut, not assembled, but cut to build the trolley top race center roof that I want to build. So that is a project. I'd love to work on that. You know, if you're new to the channel, I just retired 7-8 weeks ago. I'm diving in. I love, you know, if you've watched my channel recently, you know, I love working on, you know, lawn tractors and things like that. And that'll go for a little while till I finish up kind of what I have. Even if I don't finish them all, a couple might stay behind and I'll go on to some other things. So what is coming up, probably around 1st of April or so, I got to get back on my golf cart. I don't know what's wrong with that engine, but it doesn't sound good. It feels like the engine's seizing up after everything I've done with that thing. I've got so much time in the fuel system, which turned out to be that I was getting oil in the vacuum reference tube that went to the fuel pump, which put oil in the fuel pump, which made the fuel pump not work one after the other after the other. I put like 8 fuel pumps on it. And then I figured out that issue was I was putting too much oil in it. So now I've reduced the amount of oil, and now things feels like it's seizing up. So I don't know what's going on. But I bought a Honda GX390 engine that's sitting on a shelf. It's a bullet waiting to go in if they need it. But I need to pull the engine that's in that golf cart out. It's 8.5 horse Kawasaki engine, and see if it can be saved and put back in. I really want to leave it original if I can. If not, we'll put the GX390 in. I think that's 13 horsepower. Be a nice upgrade, but it's a lot of work. What else? We get that done. I got all my lawn and garden equipment all serviced up this last few weeks. If you watch some videos, I've got quite a bit of, I got my Snapper Rider. I don't know if I've put a video on that for a while, but Snapper Rider, and I just got that 8 3/4 horse Snapper walk behind that's will stay around in case my 35-year-old Snapper walk behind gives up the ghost or something. So, and I just fixed up my chipper shredder, my weed whackers, and all that stuff. Everything's ready to go. We have 2 properties here. This property where my shop is, and then about a quarter mile that way is our house. And then we have a property over on the Oregon coast. So I have a lot to mow and maintain in the spring and summer. So having all my equipment ready to go is good. Having a backup is also good. So what else? I don't know if we'll do a video on it or not, but my dad put up one of those tarp canopies, 10 by 20. It was supposed to be a pretty nice one, and he's over on the Oregon coast, and they got a bunch of snow. We didn't even get snow here, but they got like 5-6 inches of snow, and it's right beside his garage, and all the snow came off the roof of his garage onto the canopy, which already had snow on it, and took it out. Dad restores walk behind lawnmowers like I do ride mowers, and there's like 50 of them underneath that building that collapsed on it. So we got to go deal with that. We're just kind of waiting for the weather to get better, and we'll take camper and go over and deal with it. I'll probably do a little video on it while we're there. It's going to be an interesting project. I think my brother-in-law's going to come over and give us a hand. It's going to take a few hands to get things picked up and all the mowers out, take it apart, put a new frame up, put it back together, put it all back. A couple days, maybe 3. So that's coming up pretty soon. What are you guys doing? Nobody's chatting with me. Remember I said I'd give a couple stickers to the first 5 people that emailed me? I got them already. I got envelopes and everything. So you want a couple stickers, just got to email me your address and I'll send them out. What else? I cleaned up my studio up here. Got it all cleaned up. That's what I was doing today. After I spent a couple hours trying to make this live stream work, had to go get a new webcam and microphone. Dang it. Hey, there we go. Quality. Video quality bad, sound not good. City car. Sorry about the video quality. It's a light issue. I got a window right here, and I tried to regulate the light a little bit, and probably I need a window shade. That would probably help. The other issue I have is, quite honestly, December, January, the channel is sort of dying, and I let my cable internet go. I no longer have internet here, so we're running on I'm hotspotting my phone, so we don't have a good quality internet connection. This might be the reason of the poor quality, but I don't have internet at home either, so we're running on our phones. So that is what it is for now. Hey, things are looking up, so what do you know? Maybe we'll get internet again. What's happening with the city car? It's just right now it's in our back carport at the house, just resting. It's plugged in, so the batteries are all charged up, ready to go. So that little thing doesn't have no side windows or a heater, and it's kind of cold and rainy here. It does have a windshield wiper, but it's supposed to have side windows, and they were like boat, like the isinglass boat type glass. But the guy couldn't find them when I bought the thing, so I'm gonna have to make some sort of side windows or just wait for the weather to get better. What is coming up, what I need to finish is I'm going to install a battery under the dash, because there used to be one under the dash that somebody put there to run all of the 12-volt accessories, the headlights, turn signals, etc. And I have the battery, and I have a third battery charger. So that's the big thing I need to finish. Oh, and the brake lights and turn signals need sorted. And they used for the turn signals and brake lights, they used an elaborate relay assembly. And I purchased new relays for it. So I need to put those relays in and connect the brake light switch. Somebody had disconnected it at some point, probably when the master cylinder failed, because it was probably eating on the battery. So all I need to do is hook that back up, because master cylinder's been replaced and it's all good. So kind of looking forward to driving it once the weather gets better, and I think that'll be pretty soon. But I probably got a couple of days work to finish up that stuff I need to do. And then there's still things left, like the ABS body's broken in half a dozen places. And I was in Harbor Freight the other day looking at a ABS plastic welder. I think I'm gonna get one and get some red filler rod and figure out the whole ABS welding. Got some things to practice on. I'm not gonna practice on the car. Wait till I get good at it. Go from there. So yeah, a little body work, a little fixing the cracks and things, and yeah, probably I might do some upholstery, get the seat done. I'll do it here. Put some carpet in it. just kind of make it a little nicer, kind of a rolling restoration. So it was fun to get it going this last summer, and we still had some nice days to drive it around and put a couple miles on it. And man, it gets more looks. I have a lot of different vehicles, and most of them get a lot of attention when you drive them around, but nothing like that little city car. Oh my gosh, it just, people point and laugh. It's pretty funny. Yeah, what else? What other questions y'all got? What other projects have I got coming up? There are 2 John Deere garden lawn tractors sitting out there that are waiting to get deck repairs done. So I got about 4 or 5 mower deck repairs I got to do. I don't know if I'll get to them all. The John Deere's will kind of be the last. I don't mind having them. I love John Deere's. I don't mind that are sitting there. We'll see what happens. But I got 2 of them I got to do because they're machines I need to sell. I think I had 16 sitting around here at last count. I was down to 15, then I got the 0 turn yesterday, and I'm back to 16 lawn tractors. Not counting walk behinds and such. There's a couple videos on it. I got it running again a few years ago. Then it's been sitting ever since. But I have what we think is a 1955 Cushman Truckster. It's a 3-wheel motorcycle front end. It's got the 8-horse Husky engine in it. 3-speed forward gears and 1 reverse with a pickup box on the back. The bed's in pretty good shape. The rear fenders are really shot. One's been mangled and the other one's been kind of rusted out, like maybe they had a battery sitting on it or something. So that one, the first thing I want to do with that is get fenders made for it. I have that 3-in-1 sheet metal tool, which is a press brake and a shear and a roller all in one machine. And it's just perfect for making stuff like that. And I just have this desire. I mean, I used to do sheet metal stuff in high school, but I haven't done much of it since. So that'll be fun. I'd love to do those fenders. I've been wanting to do those for a long, long time. And then just that rig just needs some finishing up, and I wouldn't mind getting a title and a license for it, so it can be driven. It would be very different to have that on the road for the spooky. Ray says, can you still buy the side windows from eBay or somewhere, or steal them from Jimmy? Yeah, everybody, including me, has emailed Jimmy about. Yeah, I just did one of those. Everything you have to do with your city car, I just did. And A, there are videos on my channel, or B, help fly me out there. I'll help you with it. I just retired, so we'll see what happens with that. So they only ever made 2,300 city cars, and most of them people are trying to get them and put them back on the road. Jimmy's had side windows, didn't he? I think the best I could do would just be to replicate them or come up with a better idea. There's a couple brackets inside on the door panel that are like stake pockets that they just slide into. So you just need a frame and I guess a boat shop, or maybe I could figure out how to put the isinglass in with a zipper so they zip open, or maybe a plexiglass with a hinge on it that would just slide open the thing up. But if it's cold and nasty outside, I probably ain't driving it anyway, so we'll do something else. Am I going to keep that car? I don't know. I thought it'd be fun, but we'll just see how much it gets used. If it doesn't get used much, then yeah, I just send it on. We have 13 vehicles, but my insurance guy tagged that onto my plastic car insurance policy, so the expense of keeping it insured isn't too bad. So license was $512 here in Oregon. I had licensed 2 vehicles in the same month. The other one cost $185, but because it's electric, $512. That made the move. What else you guys doing? I don't know if there's a better day to do a live stream, but I hadn't done one in a couple years, and I almost forgot how. So I thought it'd be fun to do. But I was saying the channel was kind of dying December, January. Basically, I had some videos that were doing really good. It was kind of carrying the channel anyway, and I realized that. But all of a sudden, this last month and a half or something, things really taken off. New subscribers have really gone up, and revenue's gone up, and everything is really cool. I'm sure it's short-lived, and it'll all turn around and settle back down. But it's sure been fun to watch things grow for a little bit, because it was all depressing. Like I said, I even dropped my internet because the channel didn't support it. So, but appreciate y'all watching, and thumbs and up on the video so it gets a little more people watching and things. So, yeah, I only do this for fun, so right. Some people, make their living at doing this, and I get that too. I appreciate their content, but I don't put that much time and effort into it. I'm going to work on what I want to work on when I want to work on it, and I'll film it. So, and people complain about filming and things. So I don't have a camera person because they don't want to work for free, and I don't have an edit person, and I have lots of projects, so filming them just takes extra time. So I don't want to take a ton of extra time. I still got to get them done and then move on, but kind of go from there. Oh, I started a video on that 21 horse Briggs engine, and that I had literally found in the dirt. It was sitting on the ground with 3 free ride mowers that I picked up, and once we tried to start it, we realized it had way too much compression. The starter wouldn't turn it all the way over, and should have picked up on the clue that the starter gear was already chewed off of it when I, acquired the engine. But I freed that starter motor up, and we put a plastic gear on it and tried to spin it over, and it way too much compression. So I've already done a video on pulling the engine out of a nearly brand new lawn tractor, replacing the cam, which has the compression release on it. So I ordered a new one. It was like $32 on Amazon, and I think it arrived yesterday. So I threw it in the car this morning, and that'll probably be this next week. I might fit it with that zero turn tomorrow, and then get back on that engine and put it back together and put a carburetor and stuff on it, make it bench run, and then we'll figure out what to do with it. So yeah, I need some clickbait titles, Ray says, get people watching. Yeah, maybe I'm not very creative. Give me some ideas. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I know I have watched many shows on YouTube that had a very interesting title, and then when you watch them, you realize it had nothing to do with the title. But I'll try it. Anyway, so yeah, that's probably what next week is all about. Except if the weather gets good, then we'll end up running to the coast and replacing that canopy. I might take some mowers with me in my trailer behind my camper, and we'll go to the lot that we have over there and get it mowed for the spring if the weather's nice. If it's too muddy, I don't even want to deal with it. But what else? Lots and lots of projects sitting around. I need to sell some lawn tractors. I got one listed. The other thing too is I watch a lot of people that do lawn and garden tractors, and they sell finished products, but I've picked up a lot of them for free that I've had no trouble selling as parts machines. And then I parted that one out and listed, for example, I listed the transaxle for sale, and it didn't last the week, and sold the transaxle for $100. So I don't need to finish any of them. I can get them running and whatever, and sell them. If I got nothing in them, I sell them. It's all profit. That's fine. Just get them going. So right now, I've got the Scott's machine done and listed it for real money, and I haven't had any response on it at all. So it's still a little early, but if you want the good ones, you gotta watch. Um, what else? What else we got working on down there? What are you guys working on? If you guys have interest in this channel, y'all got something going on in your workshop too, right? It's I also have a mobile DJ business. Some of you that watch the channel for a while know that. I have 2 vans that are set up with audio equipment stuff, and I do car shows and cruise-ins and outside events and picnics and corporate picnics and such. And phone's been ringing a little bit. Got some bigger events going and things that start on Fridays that I've always had to turn down when I was working for a living. So some Friday, Saturday events, I'm starting to take those on, sign those up. So my weekends are already starting to fill up for this year. You know, COVID was horrible and it killed my DJ business for a couple of years. So, and then last year didn't really come back like I thought it would. Maybe doing about half the events I used to do, but now some different events are coming my way. Actually, some events that were done by other people are starting to come my way, and I just got an email about my one van. If you saw the picture ahead of this live stream, you know my van. One of them is painted the Mystery Machine from Scooby Doo, and I've hired out for birthday parties and photo shoots and things like that in the past. So I got an email today. Someone wants to know if they can hire my van. Yeah, you know, I had so Roy has this great idea, and I thought about, or Ray, I'm sorry, um, doing videos with other YouTubers, and I should try to reach out a little harder because you're right that the whole cross breeding the channels helps a lot. I had a guy that actually went to high school with that had, I'll plug his channel because I think it's disappeared, but Moonstruck Exploring. And he would go to ghost towns, and he does really good quality video. I mean, way better than mine. He has good equipment and good editing skills, and I really, really enjoyed his channel. But I reached out to him a couple of times where he was planning to do videos in my stomping grounds, and I said, yeah, I'd love to go do that with you. But no, he wouldn't have anything to do with it. My wife and I had a cabin about 30 miles east of Bend, Oregon, on out in the off-grid, way up in the hills. We were 4,616 feet elevation. We had a 20-acre parcel and a cabin. It was built in about 1974, and a little shop building and woodshed and stuff that we bought 20-ish years ago, 18 years ago, something like that. And the town's called Milliken, Oregon, and he was going to go to Milliken and do a video. And I says, "Why don't I go with you? I know a lot about Milliken. We researched our property up there. I can take you off into the ATV trails. We used to take our quads up and go riding from our cabin and such." And no, he didn't want anything to do with it. I mean, I watched his video, and I'm like, "You didn't even say where Milliken got its name and stuff." And I'm like, wow, all the basics and stuff. We went to the Deschutes County Museum, and we got information on the area and how things got their names, and it was very interesting. Could have added some to his video, and then I had him along with me on something. We'd go do something and put it on my channel. But yeah, I need to reach out a little more. There are some folks that are local, and now that I have time, they don't have to be that local. I do want to take, if you guys watch my shop truck build, I do want to take a road trip or two this summer to some events that maybe we could catch up with other YouTubers. So I reached out to the Alaskan Camper Groups page on Facebook because I have a very early Alaskan camper named Alcan Camper on my shop truck, and to see if they were doing an event this year. And right now that's still up in the air, but yeah, it'd be nice to do some events with the truck and maybe go far enough east. Clear out here on the West Coast is kind of hard. Most of the YouTubers are, Utah and Tennessee and whatever. Anyway, whatever. Well, I was hoping that we'd get more folks, but it is what it is. At least we did one. I figured out how to make it work, how to make my little laptop work one more time. I need a computer guy is what I need. I got a bunch of computers that aren't working like they ought to. What else, you guys? My orange soda. It was a beautiful day yesterday. Not raining today, but cloudy. 50 degrees. Gonna have to start mowing. I've already been mowing here at the shop, but need to start mowing at the house. Mowers are ready. Anybody else got anything? Anybody? Starting to run out of. Oh, if I had my phone, we did a little walk around the shop. Look at stuff. I think they will do that. What else is sitting out there? I've got. I picked up a Maytag engine. Well, let me tell you a story. So, I had gotten a call from a production company in. I can spill the beans on this now that I'm not involved. Production company in LA that produces Pawn Stars. They used to produce American Restoration with Rick Dale, and they let Rick go. They didn't actually tell him; they just didn't hire him back. And did 1 year where they did car and motorcycle builds and stuff, and then that didn't work, and it failed, and the whole American Restoration went away a couple of years. We're going to bring it back. So they called to see if I'd be interested in being part of bringing it back. They wanted some smaller shops that did smaller restoration projects, and they found my YouTube channel and thought maybe I would be a fit for that. So this is late November, early December when they called, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm retiring here, first of the year. I'll have time. I got a facility and the desire. It'd be a lot of fun. That'd be great." So I took a few weeks and was remodeling here at the shop, putting insulation up and changing the heater out to quartz heater so they don't make any noise. You can work when it's warm, but still film. And cleaning and organizing and stuff, which I needed to do anyway. It was fun. But I thought if I was competing with others for this spot on the show, I'd put my best foot forward. So I did what I could. And then finally they said, well, it looks like we've picked the folks that we're going to go forward with, and sorry you weren't one of them, but we'll keep your name and number and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, thanks for the opportunity, because it was fun to dream a little bit, I guess. But it didn't happen, and that's fine. But I enjoyed my retirement anyway, with or without the show. But anyway, I don't know if Rick Dale's going to be a part of it or not. He let his restoration shop go. I think the show covered that. I know he moved into a big fancy facility, and they tried to make it like a tourist stop, and from what I saw on the internet, that didn't go over too well with most of the people that stopped there. Um, so I don't know if he'll be part of the new show, but as far as I know, the show is going to happen. Um, and they told me while I was being considered for it that couldn't tell anybody, but I'm not being considered for it anymore. They didn't give me a gag order or anything. So there it is. Probably you'll see American Restoration coming back with 3 or 4 smaller shops that do smaller restoration builds, non-automotive. They're done doing cars, trucks, and motorcycles. So it's going to be jukeboxes, gas pumps, scooters, cars, pedal cars, things. So I'd picked up, before they told me no, I picked up a kick scooter thing, probably from the 40s or 50s, that I thought would make a good restoration. And I picked up another Maytag engine. So I had 2, so now I got 3. And so one of these days I want to drag it out, see if we can get it running. It looks like it's 100% complete. As long as the mag works, the engine spins, so it should run. So we'll probably do a will it run on that at some point. I'd also picked up 3 big, like 10, 12 horse cast iron horizontal shaft with factory gear reduction boxes on the output shaft engines. I've never touched them. They all turn over. That's about it. And they all have a starter of some kind. One or two have a regular like engine starter, and the other one uses a motor generator to start it. So might be fun to do a will it run video on them, but they're so freaking heavy. But I don't know what I'll do with them. I'm not even sure why I bought them. But anyway, and I quite honestly went there for one. One's a Wisconsin, one's a Briggs, and one's a Kohler. So there's 3 brands. These folks got their Filbert orchard from, I think, their grandfather or something. So these were sitting in the shed. So they probably powered some sort of a conveyor or machine equipment, cleaning equipment, something. So it might be fun to try to get those running, but I don't know. They're kind of heavy. They're kind of big. I don't know why I bought them. I should sell them. What else is out there? I've had 2 ideas to build. So this is way out there. One, I want to take one of the Maytag engines. The other 2 run great Kickstarters, right? To build a ice cream maker out of a Maytag engine. So I think I have everything to build it with. I have the ice cream machine that is just yard sale purchases, and then a gear reduction power transfer, whatever, the gearbox that you can go in on the top and go out this way, or turn it this way, go horizontal to vertical. So I got one of those. Also, so that'd be a fun project to build the whole thing. The other thing I always wanted to build was some big Rube Goldberg machine that has an engine powered, that spins pulleys, sprockets, things that go up and down and move around, just like brightly colored, make some noise, maybe turn a generator to turn some lights or something, and just take it to different events, something to make the kids and adults sit there and look at this and go, wow, that's cool. What's it do? Nothing. It just runs and does things. And every once in a while you can add something to it when you get the idea that maybe it should do something else. Put an air pump on it and blow a horn. I don't know. It'd be fun to just build it and let it evolve. So I have a few parts and pieces that I have thrown away for the future Rube Goldberg machine. I told you about the house truck build. That's going to be a big, big project once I start it. Got to finish it. I do have my 56 F100 to finish. I mean, it's already had the cab off. It's been acid dip, primed, undercoated. Underside is painted. Interior's painted. I have everything to finish the truck except for the glass. Everything. I have every nut, bolt, screw, all the rubber, all the body parts. I got to rebuild one more door, but I have the repair panel. Once I start it, I need to finish it. something I got to kind of plan for a little bit. I'm used to getting things started and not necessarily finishing. I like to get them running and do stuff, and sometimes the next project comes along and it's more entertaining for me, whatever. So kind of work on what I want to work on. That is the way it is, but I need to plan to finish my 56 F100. So I don't know if I'll do the Mustang first or F100 first, something. But I do need to get everything running. 56 hasn't run in a long, long time. 5, 6, 7 years. Mustang hasn't run 6 or 7 years. The 36 hasn't run in 6 or 7 years. They all got really good engines. 2 of them were completely built, big money engines. So those got to happen. We'll get them running. That's got to happen. Early summer, late spring, something like that. Let me read. What's Ray say? Thanks, buddy. On the cabin. Oh, so we had a cabin. We sold it about 6, 7 years ago, before I had the channel. It was a very interesting time. We really enjoyed it. We went up there about every other weekend, had a couple solar panels, charged batteries, so I could turn power on when we got there, turn the lights and fridge on, etc. Generator to back things up. I had a diesel powered. So you see those arrow boards on the freeway that, the flash arrows going left or right or whatever. They had a little diesel engine sitting on top of like a 25 gallon fuel tank and a big arrow board with some electronics on it. I acquired 2 of those. I sold the arrow board off of one and used just the engine that just turned a 12 volt alternator to charge batteries up there. So we had that. It was lots of fun, but we just got tired of it moving on. So it took a while to sell, but we sold that place and basically paid off this building. So where we're sitting, this is a dairy barn built in 1947. Used to be Cooley's Dairy. Used to be the only thing here. Now it's all built up around, and all that's left is the property and this barn. It's about 0.37 acres, and the barn is 50 by 50, and we're upstairs in the barn right now. So this is my shop, pretty close to the house. We can walk in 12 minutes. We drive in 2 minutes. But certainly wanted a nice big facility for me to work in when I retire. Here we are. I feel like I spoiled myself here. So I don't have a cabin. No more. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe that TV show will call up one of these days. Sure, it'll be fun. My real desire to do that would have been not necessarily for the money or all that, but to be able to go somewhere like a racetrack or something, and that's another thing, and be recognized. I think that'd be fun. One thing that I'm in the process of doing right now is having my YouTube channel sponsor a race car. Kind of grassroots racing. There's lots of different classes at our local dirt track. I used to race at a local dirt track. My dad raced at a local dirt track. My uncle raced at the dirt track. My dad started racing in 1975. I started racing, I think, 1983. My last year, 1987, sold my dad the car. He raced my old car until 92-ish, and that was our history. My uncle raced for quite a few years also before he passed. So we have a lot of history at the racetrack, so I was a grassroots racer, and if somebody came up to me and flashed a few $100s and put on my face back there to put their name on the car, I'm like, let me clean the spot off right away. So I have a driver that his dad is also a racer in a faster class, and he's in the grassroots class. So I've identified that I want to sponsor. So I reached out to them, um, and I hope we'll put something together here pretty soon. And so we might get some dirt track racing videos and stuff this summer. Um, I have them maybe just get a little bit involved. Maybe I paint the guy's car for him or something on the channel. Gets a Rust-Oleum paint job or something. Because he didn't really ever. The kid's like 16, 17. So I know he doesn't have any money. He doesn't paint his car and such, and maybe we can help him out there too. Have Glenn Speed Shop on the quarter panel of his race car, and then we'll see where that goes. So might have some racing stuff coming up this summer. Yeah, 10,000 subscribers. Boy, and I didn't think that was coming until maybe end of April, early May, but it's really just took off these last few weeks. So it's been interesting. The system that in the app, the YouTube app, kind of updates that in the evening, late evening. So I always wait for that little update to see how we did during the day. So it's been a lot of fun. But this whole thing is about for fun. So like I said, I even canceled the internet because the channel wouldn't support it, but I still wanted to do it. So we're gonna keep doing it, I guess. Anyway. Yeah, Ray, it makes a little money. It certainly does. Um, it but it kind of needs to too, or just simply isn't worth it. But paying 70, $80 a month for internet, then the only reason I have it is for faster uploads. So I did just get a S22 5G phone, and that's where all my videos have been shot and uploaded, and it does a pretty good job of uploading, especially if I've now taken to updating them or uploading them in the morning if I can. It seems to go a little faster. Maybe there's more bandwidth in the morning than there is, so if I can do without it, and I'm pretty good doing without it. Probably our video quality is not quite where it wants to be for this, but it's working, and I think we're just running on a hotspot from my 5G phone that is plugged in. So as long as it's working, we're going to keep our expenses down. And so, like I said, I retired first of the year, but I'm only 58. I retired years ahead of being able to access like Social Security and pensions, and so I'm running on uh, savings. And my wife isn't 62 yet. She retired last July, and she has her one pension that she's taking. That's about all our income right now. So everything kind of helps too. So there's a little more to it than just the channel, and there's a little more reason for me to smile because maybe I'll put a little more effort into the channel if the channel will put a little more back to me. But yeah, we've been monetized since we were able to get our first 1,000 subscribers, and there were some minimums. I can't remember what they all were now, but it's been fine. But like I said, it started to dwindle December, January. I thought I was going to die. I mean, I have 800 videos. You'd think it'd do a little better, but no complaining. I ain't complaining. No big deal. It's still fun. I enjoy the people and the comments, and good or bad, whatever. I'm doing really good about sitting down in the morning, have breakfast, and answer comments and things. So getting better organized. I would have liked to have more people part of this, but I need to learn how to do it better, start on time, and better quality. Maybe I can find a better place that has better internet, and we'll do a little better quality. Stuff like that. I could probably do it from my phone, but I didn't think I could read the comments very good from my phone. But it would probably done a better job, audio video wise. But I'll figure it out for next time. I'll do some more practicing, if you will. But I did run down by this new camera, which is better than what I had. Yeah. What else? It's just you and me, Ray, with one other guy. Who else is out there? Just shows you and me. Oh. Yep, sell tractor. I got 5 more motorcycle type things to sell too. There's my air gun collection. I quit doing videos on air guns because they won't monetize a video that says gun in it. Yeah, some of my pistols are on the shelf behind the guitars. But little collections. I collect way too many things. Way too many things. I collect amplifiers. I don't use them, but I got them. I got too much stuff. If I die tomorrow, it's going to take them years to sell off all the stuff I got. Anyway. Well, buddy, got anything else, or should we call it a day? Thanks for hanging out, though. Somebody else joined us. We were about to wrap up, but we'll hang out. Nope, just checking. Nothing interesting to see here. Well, I can't think of a thing else. I'll probably think of 20 things once we sign off. But I think we'll finish up our Sunday, and my wife and I always go to dinner about 6 o'clock every day. Done it for years. Of our favorite restaurants. We have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all the same places every week. But, Ray, thanks for hanging out. I think we'll just end it right here. And we're over an hour. Copy that, bud. Take care.